Young Geek, hopping back into another video. As you see by the video here, because everybody wanted to roast me in my last video, talking about, you didn't watch Nolan's backstory? Oh, Nolan's backstory wasn't filler? How are you watching a fan theory video about One Piece and, oh, you don't understand this video. You don't, shut up. Shut up. Not everybody can be hardcore like y'all. Not everybody can, oh my god. Let me go back into the books and break down chapter 247 where Oda said this because this is connected to the... I don't do stuff like that, bro. I just watch it. If it gets boring, I skip the episode. Facts. Facts. I skip the episode. I'm at 972 in One Piece. I just wasn't interested in Nolan's story, bro. He has this nasty-ass meat bun on top of his head, bro. I did not want to watch that. I was like, bro, this meat bun head-ass nigga, bro. That shit look like a poop cupcake. That shit looks like... You know what I'm saying? It just looks real ugly. I don't like watching ugly niggas' backstories. For a prime example, Naruto, that's an ugly ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So guess what I did? I skipped this flashbacks. I have no shame in my game. I'm the king of casual anime watching. I don't dive too deep into these theories. I watch the anime for what it is, and if something happens and this is connected to that, then that is what it is. It's in front of my face. I'm not digging deeper. Go touch some grass, man. You guys gotta start touching some grass. This is ridiculous. This is, you know what I'm saying? I love One Piece. I'm in Wano right now. You know what I'm saying? But you guys getting on my case about this Nolan story? Well, we're here to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how great this story is and how this connects. Because, matter of fact, bro, I'm about to show y'all some comments on this video. Just look at this. Just look at this. You have a lot of misconceptions about your favorite arc. The reason why half of the house remains is explained in Skypiea, and not your current conclusion. Nolan's story is not filler, and I'm shocked that you like the arc so much without the context of Nolan's story. I don't care about the context of meat bun. You know what I'm saying? We're not even gonna call him Nolan no more. I don't care about the context of meat bun. Guess what I care about? Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Frankie. That's who I care about. These are the main cast. Fuck Nolan. Fuck him. Get Nolan out of here. I don't even care. I enjoyed Skypiea without Nolan. And it was all because of this guy. This guy right here. That boy Enel. Right there. This is what I watched Skypiea for. Enel. The lightning god himself. This is what I watched it for. I didn't watch it for this. I didn't watch it for Meat Bun. But guess what? We're finna, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking too much. Let's go ahead and get into Nolan's story since this is just the greatest. I have to have this context in my mind. How did I make it to episode 972 without any context of Nolan? And he hasn't came back up since. He was for Skypiea's arc. I didn't really care about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said. Kakashi's backstory. Watched it. Itachi's backstory. Watched it. Why? Because they're handsome young men. But I'm not gay, though. I'm straight. But let's get into Nolan's story.
Telling that tale. A story over 400 years ago. In a certain country in the northern seas, there was a man named Mont Blanc Noland. Nolan the Explorer's stories were always grand adventures that sounded like lies.
I'm a hold this for the whole, because this is what I watched Skypiea for.
But the people of the village could never tell if they were true or not. One time, Nolan went on an expedition and came back to report to the king. I saw a mountain of gold on an island across the Great Sea.
Like, just look at bro. He's ugly as fuck, bro. I just didn't want to hear the story. After I watched this little segment, I didn't care to see what he really looked like. Because he still had that thing on top of his head. Not interested.
To see for himself, the brave king took 2,000 warriors and crossed the Great Seas in his ship. He fought powerful storms and huge sea monsters. Finally, the king, Noland, and 100 soldiers landed on the island. But what they found there was nothing but jungle. Noland was sentenced to death for his lies. These were his last words. That's it. The mountain of gold sank into the ocean. The king and the others were shocked. Nobody believed Noland anymore, but he never stopped lying until he was dead. So the tale of Noland is essentially used by parents to teach their spawn about the dangers of lying. However, the truth of the matter...
Okay, I already know about that. I literally watched that. like I said. So let's get into the real.
Despite how history remembers him, Mont Blanc Noland was an
put this up.
incredibly honest and caring man who had indeed lived some 400 years prior to the current timeline. He was an enthusiastic explorer and captain of his own crew who were all deeply loyal to him. Noland was also a highly skilled combatant, shown to be able to kill a Sea King without any trouble whatsoever. However, his greatest skill and passion would lie in the art of botany. Noland and his crew all hailed from the Louvnil Kingdom.
Just look at the top of bro head. What is that, dog? Bro, like, bro, what is that? You guys act like this man is like a messiah or he's like Jesus and he had disciples or something. Like, this isn't that amazing. I skipped it for a reason.
In North Blue, a place I have great difficulty pronouncing.
Nolan's backstory is by far the best flashback. How could she miss?
Due to the fact that it uses a V as a U, and over the course of their time together they made 3 journeys into the Grand Line, proving their exceptional worth as sailors. During their 3rd journey, Noland and his crew were caught in a storm, however they were able to find their way to safety by following the distant ringing of a bell. It should be noted that it was only Noland who was able to hear this ringing, and the rest of his crew briefly thought that he was mad. However, Noland's senses proved accurate and his crew landed on the island of Jaya. Almost immediately upon arrival, they discovered a native inhabitant of the Shandian tribe suffering from a disease known as tree fever, a condition that Noland possessed the knowledge to cure. As Noland made his way further into the village, he found himself stopping a sacrificial ceremony being performed by the inhabitants. It should be noted that he did this by killing a giant snake thought of as God by the entire village, which highly angered a great warrior of the Shandian tribe known as Kalgara. Noland pleaded with the tribe to allow him to cure their disease rather than wasting the life of a young girl, and while Kalgara was prepared to kill him at this moment, the chief of the Shandian tribe saw how earnest Noland's words were and gave him until the next morning to complete his task. And so Noland set out to find a certain tree which produced the only known cure for tree fever. He was soon able to find what he was looking for, however on his way back to the village a sudden earthquake trapped him. Believing that this earthquake was retribution of the gods, Kalgara set out to find and kill Noland. After being initially mocked, Noland was able to convince Kalgara that the illness plaguing the village was not a curse from God, prompting Kalgara to kill another snake that was about to eat Noland, known as the Child of God. After being saved by Kalgara, Noland was able to successfully cure the tribe of their illness, and both he and his crew lived amongst them for quite some time. During this period, Noland developed a deep friendship with Kalgara, who at one point even suggested that Noland marry his daughter Moose. Although Noland did politely refuse this, as he had a wife and child waiting for him back home in North Blue. Noland and his crew were also introduced to the golden city of Shandora and told that they could take
maybe the backstory isn't that stupid.
take as much treasure as they wished as a reward for saving the lives of the villagers. During his time with the Shandian tribe, Noland had also discovered a certain area of trees that were responsible for generating the disease that the tribe had been suffering from. To help the village, he ordered his crew to chop these trees down, however unbeknownst to them, these trees were sacred to the Shandian tribe, who took great offense at this action and ordered Noland to leave. However, just as they were departing from the island, Noland and his crew were greeted by Kalgara, who had learned the truth of the matter from his daughter. Deeply regretting his actions, Kalgara shouted out to Noland, pleading with him to return to the island one day. Upon Noland's return to his home of Louvnil in North Blue, he told the king about his adventures, most notably that he had travelled to an entire city made of gold. The king then ordered Noland to take him personally to the City of Gold, but also insisted on using his own men instead of Noland's crew. Despite the king's men lacking sailing experience, they did eventually make it to the island of Jaya. However, they then made a shocking discovery. With the exception of half a small house, there was no sign of the Shandian.
This is why you niggas were mad at me. This is, it makes sense now. This is why y'all were mad. You know, but
People, the villagers, the City of Gold, and a huge part
that's
of
why the half of the house was missing. And I literally said in the video, oh yeah, that half is missing because that's the missing piece of the, oh my god.
The island itself had completely disappeared. The king was absolutely livid, believing that Noland had purposely led him astray. He proceeded to shoot Noland in the back and sentence him to death. To assist the king's case, he even had false witnesses testify claiming to be part of Noland's crew. And in stark contrast to his final grinning image in the storybook, Noland broke down and wept on the execution platform, not out of concern for his own life, but out of concern for the Shandian people and his close friend Kalgara. Noland was then executed, never learning the truth of what had happened to the Shandian people. Some more fun facts about Noland. Despite the large majority of the world believing that...
Just stop. You know what? I'm gonna apologize. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna apologize right now. You know what I'm saying? I see why you guys are mad. And I just want to say I'm sorry that I'm the king of casual anime watching and I don't need retarded flashbacks because I'm always right. Thought I was gonna apologize. What is wrong with y'all niggas, man? The king of casual anime watching. I would have saw it eventually. I'm gonna read this eventually. Come on, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Stop playing with me, boy.